Hi, my name is Carter Greenfield, and my project was called Inventions through the Ages, and I interviewed my great-grandpa, my grandma, and my dad. My great-grandpa was born in 1920, my grandma was born in 1951, and my dad was born in 1975. So I decided to figure out what was invented when in their lifetimes. Please enjoy the following video that I made. Are you ready, Mom?
Yep.
Good evening, folks. I'm Carter Greenfield. I'm doing an interview with my dad, who is named Chris Greenfield. What year were you born in?
Well, that's kind of personal.
Right, Dad? What year were you born in?
What year?
Yeah.
19... Do you know?
I know when you were born, 1975.
Oh, you're right. Yes, 1975.
What was it like in your house when you were little?
It was pretty fun. We did lots of things when I was little. We played games. We played in the snow. I lived in a house that had a big hill in the front yard, so we could slide down that hill and jump over the wall, and that was a lot of fun. So we did fun things.
Oh.
That
How did you cook your food?
we had a stove, just like we have, and an oven.
Oh.
Oh.
And I think the microwaves were invented when I was a kid. We
Really?
got, yes. I didn't have a microwave when I was really little, but I think I was about 8 years old when we got our first microwave oven.
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh.
Mhm.
How did you store your food?
We had a refrigerator and a freezer in the basement, and cupboards. We put them in the kitchen cupboards.
Oh. How did you clean your floors?
We've always had vacuum cleaners ever since I was born. But you know what came out when I was a kid? The dustbuster.
The dustbuster?
You know what a dustbuster is?
What is it?
It's a little battery-powered vacuum cleaner that you have a trigger with your finger, and you just can pick up stuff. All dust.
Don't vacuum up me.
No, you wouldn't be able to vacuum you up with the dustbuster.
I'm too big.
Yeah.
Did you watch TV or anything?
I've watched a little bit of TV.
And color?
Yes.
Just
Yeah.
color?
Yes.
You just watch movies in color?
We watched TV on a really tiny TV screen. It was only 13 inches, like this. This was the size of our TV. Until we got a bigger TV, which was 20 inches, and that was huge. That was a big TV. And we were putting it with the dial.
Did you have video games?
Yes, we did. We had Atari, Intellivision, and ColecoVision. And do you know what my favorite game was?
What?
Video game? It was Pole Position. That was a car racing game. It was
Pole
really
position.
cool. Yeah,
It's like It's like Mario Kart DS.
kind of, except you would have a steering wheel and you could actually steer the cars while you played it.
You mean an arcade video game?
Yes. Yeah.
What did you listen to music on at all?
Well, I think I was telling you before that we had records. We had 8 tracks, which they don't have anymore. And then I listened to a lot of my music on cassette tapes.
Cassette tapes?
Yes.
Oh.
Do you know what cassette tapes are?
No.
They're like the size of this phone, and you put them in a cassette player, and you can listen to in a car, on a Walkman.
They have ribbons like a VHS.
It's like a VHS, but only for music.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool. I like
The
cassettes.
VHS is for movies and the cassette tapes are for music.
Mm-hmm.
What was it like in your classroom?
Our classroom had it was kind of like your classroom. It had a chalkboard, and we had desks and stuff like that,
Oh.
and a teacher and lots of kids, and we learned stuff. What's it like in your classroom?
Well, except Mr. Page's Spider-Man collection.
Oh, he does. That's right. I don't think I had a teacher with a Spider-Man collection quite as nice as Mr. Patience.
It wasn't around, right? Did you use pencils or pens?
I used pencils until grade 3, and then I got to use a pen halfway through grade 3.
I know your grade 3 teacher's name, Mr. Butt, right now.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. His name was Murray. Murray Butt.
I'm guessing that he. That was my dad's interview. The things that were mentioned in his lifetime were the home computer, the video games, the cassette tapes, and the digital video. Next, I'll be talking with my grandma. How did you heat your house?
We had electric heat and wood fire.
Oh! How did you cook your food?
We cooked our food on a stove and an oven,
Oh!
but they didn't have microwaves when Grandma was little.
How did you store your food?
In a fridge and in a freezer, and Nana used to do canning. She used to can all kinds of fruits.
Oh. How did you clean your clothes?
When Grandma was really little, we had a washing machine. It was called a wringer washer. And it had a big tub that you put the clothes in and you washed them. And then you had, it was like rollers on the top that you put the clothes through to take all the water out. But then when Grandma got older, we had a washer and dryer like you guys do.
Do you watch TV?
Yes, we did. But it was only black and white, no color.
My grandma only had black and white TV. Boring. Did you have video games?
No. So what did Grandma do with her day when there was no video games and no computers? What do you think Grandma did?
What was it like in your classroom?
Rows of desks.
Oh.
Everyone had their own desk.
Did you use pencils or pens?
We used pencils in the lower grades, and then we got to use pens.
Okay. Did you use computers?
No, there weren't such a thing as computers.
Did you have calculators? Is that hot enough?
We weren't allowed to use calculators in school. We had to use our head to think out the answer.
Oh. Did you have a car?
Yeah.
Did you wear a seatbelt?
No.
Oh.
No one wore seatbelts.
Was there
Did you
seatbelts?
use
There was no
Did
seatbelts.
you use car seats?
No.
Did you have rollerblades?
Rollerblades? No. We had roller skates.
Oh.
Those have 4 wheels, not 2.
That is my grandma's interview, and what was it, and what she used as a child, we still use it today. And next, I'll be talking to my great grandpa. So, was the school bus invented when you were little?
Not school buses. There was buses, but not school.
Oh.
No school buses.
How did you get to school, though?
You either walked or you rode a bicycle.
How did you heat your house?
Heat it.
a coal fireplace.
How did you store your food?
How did I
Store your food.
store my food? Well, they had a pantry, and you used to put things on shelves in the pantry. No fridges.
No refrigerators?
No refrigerator.
How did you clean your clothes?
Well, you wash them.
Oh, and stir them up in a big tub?
Yeah, you used to boil them up in a boiler, and then they'd scrub them on a scrubbing board, and then they'd rinse them, and then they'd put them through a mangle that you had to turn by hand.
That's
A
how
mangle's like two rollers that squeeze the water out.
How did you dry them?
How did you dry them?
Hang them up on a clothesline.
And wait for them to dry?
Vacuum.
With a vacuum?
Well, they had what they call a carpet sweeper. It wasn't a vacuum. A vacuum's electric. A carpet sweeper's just, you push it by hand and a little brush goes around.
That's a cool invention. Shower. Did you have a bathroom or shower?
No showers. You had baths.
Oh. The showers weren't invented yet?
I don't know, though. We didn't have a shower.
Check, buddy.
Did you watch TV?
They didn't have TV.
Oh, TV.
No TV.
Just in the movie theater.
No TV.
Oh, no TV.
No TV. No computer.
It wasn't invented yet?
No.
Was there a movie theater?
Hmm?
Wasn't there the movie theaters?
Yeah, there were movie theaters.
So you got to go see movies at the movie theater?
Yeah, I think they were talkies when I was a boy. But they weren't. They were just black and white, no color.
The color wasn't painted yet?
No, it wasn't invented.
You listen to music, radio, CD, tape, or records.
There was record players. You had to wind them up. And there was radio.
Oh, that was invented when you were little?
Oh yes, radio was all right.
What was it like in your classroom at school?
Well, we just sat at desks and
And learn about stuff?
we learned stuff like you did.
Did you use pencils or pens?
We used both, but the pens were, you had to dip them in ink and then you write. And you dip them in the ink and then you write.
With feathers?
No, not feathers. They had little wooden pens with a little steel nib on the end. And you used to dip that in the ink and then you could write.
They were pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Was there any pencil sharpeners or weren't they invented?
I don't know, love. I don't remember.
It was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago. It was a long time ago.
Ben?
Did you have roller blades?
Rollerblades. Rollerblades.
What are those?
They're like skate.
No,
like ice skates
no,
with
we
wheels.
don't have those.
Did Papa have roller skates?
Did you have roller
No,
skates?
yeah,
Those have 4 wheels, right?
yeah. I think they had roller skates when I was little. I'm not sure.
The skateboards.
What about the skateboards?
Oh no, skateboards,
Just bikes?
bikes,
What about
and scooters. They had scooters too.
Oh.
Oh, you got all the questions now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Okay, what do you
that's
say to
good.
Papa?
Thanks for the interview.
You're very welcome.
This is Carter Greenfield, signing off.